Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, friends, I share with you greetings on behalf of UN Women's Executive Director, in solidarity for our collective cause on changing the care economy for the advancement of economic justice and rights for women and girls everywhere. I'm deeply honored to be at this event to commemorate International Human Rights Day under the auspices of the Global Alliance for Care, as a collective commitment convened by the government of Mexico through its National Institute for Women. Together with UN Women, the Alliance has emanated from the Generation Equality Forum and its Action Coalition on Economic Justice and Rights. And by centering efforts on the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals, together with the Secretary General's Common Agenda, the Alliance urges stakeholders to look at how we can facilitate economic inclusion, make large-scale investments into the care economy, drive equal pay, as well as support women entrepreneurs. The COVID-19 pandemic has reaffirmed the centrality of care, highlighting the unsustainability of its current distribution. Even before the pandemic, women dedicated 3 times as much time as men to unpaid care work, and this situation has worsened during the pandemic, affecting women's time use, employment, revenue. Indeed, UN Women's report on the global response to COVID-19 shows how closures of schools, closures of early childhood education, as well as other restrictions have exacerbated care demands and widened gender gaps and exposed the vulnerability of care and social protection systems right around the globe. And UN Women, together with UNDP, built a global policy response tracker. And we saw that measures on economic security that address unpaid care make up just a fraction of the total social protection and labor market response by countries around the world. In fact, out of 221 countries and territories that adopted over 3,000 social and labor market measures in response to COVID, just 19.6% of those were gender sensitive and addressed economic security. And just 7% of those addressed women's unpaid care. It's these trends which explain why over 430 million women and girls will now live on less than $1.90 a day. And tens of millions will be pushed into more extreme forms of poverty because of the structural inequalities that have been exposed by COVID-19. And at national levels, UN Women, in partnership with its sister agencies across the UN, is also at the forefront of supporting over 25 countries to assess the deficits in care and the public investments needed in care infrastructure. And so the Global Alliance for Care is placing care work as a crucial, transformative, and sustainable response as a matter of urgency. As a multi-stakeholder commitment, the Alliance promotes a series of policies, programs, funding, and advocacy to advance a new social organization that recognizes, reduces, redistributes care work all across actors and promotes fair representation and remuneration of care workers. Placing care work at the center of the social, economic, and political agenda is essential for achieving equality. COVID-19 has made it very real for women and men everywhere. The discussion today is a unique opportunity to advocate for the human rights of the persons who provide and require care to be promoted, protected, through embedding a human rights approach into the care agenda and the care service industry. The post-pandemic scenario opens a great window to advance care systems as a transformative pillar for economic recovery. Together, let's seize this opportunity to ensure that economic arrangements do not reproduce gender inequalities and the monetary and time poverty that affects women and girls, especially those who face multiple forms of discrimination, are addressed. Thank you so much to each of you for your leadership, for all you are doing to impact care work everywhere. Thank you.